Dante Moore's going back to school. Where does that leave the Arizona Cardinals with the third overall pick in the 2026 NFL Draft? Brack, Johnny Venerable, make sure you slap that like button, subscribe to PHNX Sports. And Johnny, weren't expecting a lot from the quarterback position in the 26 class, but now without Dante Moore, it's slim pickings. And where do the Cardinals go from here?
Yeah, we're going to jump in with our friends at the PFF Mock Draft Simulator to feel out this scene post Dante Moore. Trinidad Chambliss is suing the NCAA. Quarterback is on the back burner, Bo, at least with regard to the third overall pick. And I'm interested to see especially what the Jets do at pick 2 as we jump in here. Cardinals picking third. We're going to go 3 rounds today. But there's a caveat. We're also going to deal Kyler Murray, Bo, ahead of this trade or ahead of this mock. And we're going to use, you can't blame us for the package. We're going to use a recent article from Bleacher Report that had Kyler Murray going to the Pittsburgh Steelers, Bo, for the compensation of a third and a future fourth. First of all, what do you think of that compensation?
I think if you could trade Kyler Murray and get anything of value like a day 2 pick, Arizona Cardinals would take that, sunk cost of their franchise quarterback. I think they would accept that as opposed to the brutal reality of having to potentially just cut Kyler Murray 5 days after the league year.
Yeah, I think now with the departure of Mike Tomlin, which means Aaron Rodgers is likely to retire, I think now that the quarterback class has been watered down even further in the draft, if Chris Shula, who knows Kyler Murray well, gets the Steelers job, maybe they roll the dice on him, having seen him in the NFC West. So the Bleacher Report article had him going for a third this year and a fourth next year. Steelers have, I believe, 3 threes this year, including Dallas's. And this is the pick that was traded for one George Pickens. Now, the fourth rounder, we can't showcase this on our end, could become a 2 based on playing time. Okay. So again, it could end up being 2 pretty nice day 2 picks. So we're going to offer this trade. It's going to be accepted. So Kyler Murray is gone. Cardinals don't have a quarterback of the future on the roster, but maybe we can find one if we get creative. So we're going to start this draft. So Mendoza, Bo, goes first overall as expected. Then Caleb Downs. The Jets get the high-performing safety out of Ohio State. I think this is probably best case scenario for the Cardinals.
I think no doubt about it, right? I mean, you get your pick as far as the best pass rushers or best protector tackle you'd like to find, because we know the right tackle spot is a big spot that the Cardinals have to identify this offseason. But the talent is too rich at the top here with Arvell Reese from Ohio State, Ruben Bain, who's going to be on full display in the national championship game. And then David Bailey would be a nice little consolation prize for those who can't get up the board. But I think it becomes down to your preferred taste between Reese and Bain. If it had played out differently, I think you probably put the tackle from Miami in the equation. I think you think about Fano out of Utah. But I think you go with the pass rusher here. I think you go with the strength of this draft and you take, the top prospect there.
Reese, it's your personal preference here. Let's talk about the good. He is versatile, and that's kind of a 4-letter word here in Arizona. He can play, as you can see here, on the D-line, in the box. He can stand up. Most people have him as an edge rusher at the NFL level. This does concern me, though. Like, you'd have to be convinced that he's Micah Parsons, Bo. Yeah. That he can stand up on the outside, put his hand in the dirt, and you're taking him third overall. He needs to be at minimum a 12-sack-a-year artist, right? Whereas somebody like Ruben Bain, it's easier to project because, look, 11 sacks this year, better PFF grade, has been one of the most dominant players. And then you look at, he's going up against the best programs, 72-85. He dominated Ohio State. Look at this. He dominated Notre Dame to begin the season, and then of course beat up on Ole Miss last week. I think even against Indiana, he's going to show out. His pass rush win rate is, I think top 5 in college football. He didn't have a sack against Ole Miss, but he led the team in pressures. we're probably going to kill for this. My preference is still Reuben Bain Jr.
Okay. Look, I think it's Coke Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
It's not the biggest, upset of the 2026 mock draft season. We're not even at the Senior Bowl. I've got no issue with that. With somebody who has more proven, production getting after quarterbacks, let's take the Miami stud, Reuben Bain, 3rd overall.
Okay, I'm going to slow this down just a second here.
Why would you do that?
Well, I'm going to do that just to kind of keep an eye on Ty Simpson. Now, we're recording this, the Cardinals, Bo. This is the first mock draft that we've done where the team doesn't have a head coach yet.
Right.
So I'm going to go through these top 20 picks. So both tackles are gone. Spencer Fano and Maawaga, the tackle from Miami, they're gone. The Cardinals have picked 34 and 65. Ty Simpson is still available. I don't know what PFF thinks of Ty Simpson. He could very well be available when the Cardinals pick. So let's keep things going here. Still nothing yet. Cardinals pick in about 10 picks here. The tight end from Oregon who just declared he's a first round lock. He's probably going to go higher than he goes there. Jets go.
Oh my goodness.
Cardinals. We probably should have been more aggressive, but again, are the Seahawks, who apparently won the Super Bowl, are they going to trade with the Cardinals? Who knows? So Cardinals don't get Ty Simpson. And listen, there's probably a lot of people who are clamoring to not take Ty Simpson. And look who's in this draft.
Yeah.
Trinidad Chambliss is available and Nussmeier. So, yeah. Bo, I want everybody to forget the ranking for Chambliss here. Pick 66. Somehow Trinidad's camp says declare for the draft. You're going to be a pro. Do you take Trinidad Chambliss at pick 34?
I do not.
Okay.
I still think that the roster needs much improving. I just don't believe that the value for Trinidad Chambliss is there, despite what really liking what I saw in the CFP. I really do like the idea of continuing to build the trenches. I'm looking here. I mean, Monroe Freeling of Georgia, the next best tackle on the board. He's fine, right?
Yeah, I don't love his metrics.
He's ranked 31st, but his average draft position is way down there, almost in the 3rd round. So are you getting the best value there? Probably not. So where do you turn to? Can you turn to another position of need for the Cardinals? I mean, an Iowa tackle that you're looking at here in Jennings Dunker, not too bad. He's just played the right tackle. He's worn it out for the Hawkeyes. Just out there keeping pressure off quarterbacks who can't play.
That would be my preference here. I look at the rest of these best available. No more second round corners, Monty Ossenford. I'm saying no. No means no. Chris Bell, wide receiver, who I believe is decently sized. He is at 6'2", 220. But again, Cardinals have 2 outside receivers. You probably need somebody a little shiftier underneath. You're not going to take another edge rusher here. You're not going to take a safety, I would assume, over a tackle. Anthony Hill Jr., an off-ball linebacker, probably pretty lukewarm on him as well. I think you just pick whatever tackle you like, Bo.
Yeah, it's not a bad call. I mean, we're not going to get outstanding grades here, but yeah, let's make the play unless you want to roll the dice for more draft capital, as Monty Ossenfort's been known to do in these positions. Trade down and stacks up some capital, and then take maybe Dunker down the road. I mean, you're not dropping down too far with the Browns. I like this roll of the dice.
Let's go 34 for 39, and probably have to go with, let's kick back maybe a 3rd next year, so you have another 3 next year. I like that more than probably forcing 107.
Okay.
Offering the trade. So now you're looking at next year with the Kyler Murray deal and the trade with the Browns. You've got multiple potentially day 2 picks already. Let's resume the draft here, and let's go ahead and see. So nothing yet as it relates to the tackle from Iowa. So good call, Bo. We're able to get Jennings Dunker, the right tackle. When's the last time an Iowa tackle outright busted? I can't remember. They have an incredibly high floor. Kirk Ferentz is an offensive lineman machine in the pros. I happen to know their offensive line coach. He's a fantastic developer of talent. So we're going to go Dunker at pick 39, and we'll go ahead and speed this bad boy up. Is the Cardinals, Bo? Some would say it's conservative. I think they need a little bit conservative.
And look who's on the board at the top of the third round. Johnny, dare I say you've cooked?
Yes, you have to do this.
Trinidad Chambliss right there, right for the pick and for the Arizona Cardinals to take a little bit of a swing here. This is their own pick. So they are obviously, with the horrendous record that they had during the regular season, they are the first team to select in the third round.
Love it. Love it.
Turn in the card, give Chambliss an opportunity.
Boom.
And then we're up on the board again quickly.
I think you can go. I think we can have fun here. I think you can go BPA at like a running back or an off-ball linebacker here. I mean, think about what you've done so far. Edge rusher, premium position, tackle, premium position, obviously quarterback, the most premium of positions. And now you look at what's available, Bo, and it's like, do you take a look at the RBs here?
I do.
Cardinals.
I think that's the most fun you can have.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, is there going to be the back that's going to bring a little bit of juice? Look at these numbers from Emmett Johnson out of Nebraska. 1,400 yards on the ground.
Yeah.
12 tutties in the Big Ten.
5'11", 200 pounds, so decent size here. And then we've got Seth McGowan, that Kentucky program just turned over their coach.
Yeah.
And then the two backs from, of course, Penn State. Probably a little rich for any of these guys.
Yeah.
The Cardinals are loaded at tight end. They're loaded at corner. I mean, do you look at a center that you could maybe kick over to guard at some point? Jake Slaughter, who is a multi-year starter in the SEC. He's been a 3-year starter for Florida. And is this the heir apparent to Yelda Froholt? Is this the answer if you move Froholt over to guard? Like, Bo, what do you think about this?
I mean, I don't have an issue with it. It's just this has been kind of a meat and potatoes draft for the Cardinals as far as what you did with first and second round picks, and then you got the quarterback. So did you want to add just a little bit of sizzle to it? I think that's the only thing I can't get past is the ability to maybe add a playmaker just in some capacity. But I get it. The running back spots, it's just not, really kind of making the case for you. Think about these other positions. Like,
could you flip this pick for a proven player? Is there a player of need or a position of need that you could call on to a team via the draft and say, who's a running back that you like? Like, could Breece Hall, is he still on the Jets?
He's a free agent.
He is a free agent. He's on the Jets in this scenario. I mean, is there a player where you could say, like, pick 76, come to the Arizona Cardinals, whether it's a guard, whether it's, like who are the teams next year? We're looking ahead, like the Jets scream like rebuild. Could you flip pick 76? I mean, like, man, Elijah Vera Tucker, but he's a free agent,
right? I think you're probably better served to get a guy that you're controlling for the next 4 years.
Okay,
I don't mind Pons from Indiana. He made the big pick 6.
He did.
But like you said, previous round before, it's like, no, Monty, you can't do this. But,
how many corners can they have?
I mean, I know you're going to probably have to wait for Garrett Williams to come back. Carter Smith's an interesting tackle I'm going to watch on Monday night out of Indiana. But you got the tackle situation pretty much figured out. You got it done in the previous round. So
you take a playmaker here,
Zachary Branch,
slot receiver, so it would fit a need. Numbers aren't great,
right?
I mean,
there's not enough productivity there for me.
Yeah, he would have to kill it at the combine, Senior Bowl, etc.
The interior of the defensive line could still use some work.
Yeah, let's take a look at best available there. I agree. Get some depth there. So Darrell Jackson junior for a Florida State team that rebounded this year nicely. Probably somebody who's just more predominantly a run stuffer. So probably not. Little rich for him. What about, I mean, geez, do you look at another edge rusher here? Doesn't.
Nah, I mean, you're going to be pretty flush with that with Bain and Josh Sweat, and then the guys that you hope under different coaching is going to be able to pop.
I think Slaughter's the play here. I feel like the position flexibility. Hopefully that he.
As far as prospects, I like that tight end from Baylor. I just don't think it's a fit for the Cardinals. They're pretty well set there.
Higgins looked fantastic at the end of the year. McBride's the best tight end in the league. I'm with you. All right, you pick Carter.
Let's
Smith
do it.
Jake
Let's
Slaughter.
take the guard. We went with the tackle earlier. Now you get the guard, and you got some pieces of clay you'd like to mold here.
So B plus, we've had worse from PFF, Bo.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, like if you told me today, if we got Robert Saleh, and Robert Saleh brought a Kyle Shanahan disciple to run the offense, and we turned around and Ruben Bain, Trinidad Chambliss, and Dunker were Cardinals, and you got additional picks to use in 2027, I think that's about as good as it gets for Cardinal fans.
I'll take it. I think I would accept this draft as well. So we sit here just weeks from the Senior Bowl and the Combine. There's a lot to find out about these prospects. But get full access to our guy Fran Duffy's draft guide right now. Go PHNX.com, become a diehard. What'd you think about our mock draft? Did we cook or did we fail horrendously? Let us know in the comments. Of course, drop a like, subscribe to PHNX Sports here on YouTube.